He's discharged from the army, he comes back home and he's all upset. Young man, how is he going to live with one leg? So he goes to the church and he cries and complains to God. What is it that I do? Is this my fate? Am I going to live with one leg? How will my life be? It will be an incomplete life. I will not get a girl who will marry me. How will I help my kids to grow up? Always dependent on another leg, artificial leg. So he was crying and sulking and complaining to God. And when his tears were shed and he cooled down, he turned to go out of the church, and as he turned back, he looked back, he saw a man who was dragging himself on his body, on his stomach, because he had lost both legs. When he came near, he was shocked. It was his friend, school friend, both had gone to the military school together, both were fighting in the war. And as he saw his friend, he suddenly turned to the altar and said, "Thank you, Lord, I still have one leg. My friend has lost both, but I still have one leg." But this is important. So one of the things that can help you in being spiritually healed is always look for what you have and be grateful and appreciate that, regardless of what it is. Now, different forms of spiritual healing have been existing since time immemorial, and people have learned to channelize the power within us. Now, there are two forms of energies that are within us. One is something that we have within us which is produced by our brain. It is called bioplasma, through the small generators within our brain that produces electricity. This electricity, just as a magnet has a magnetic field, this electricity that is produced in our brain and runs throughout our body through the nervous system also creates a field around us which is known as the human aura. And this has been scientifically proven that we do possess or have an aura around us. And every living thing has an aura around us. You may have experienced this maybe in times in your life. You meet somebody for the very first time and you have this very strange, creepy feeling. You don't like it. The person sitting next to you and you don't like it. And you don't understand why. He hasn't even talked to me. But why do I have this feeling? Or you meet somebody for the very first time and suddenly you find that person so good. You don't know why. You like being in his presence. You feel that you should keep on sitting there. Although he has not talked to you, but something that is coming from him which you can't understand, comprehend, analyze, makes you feel good, makes you feel secure. Why? It is because his aura and your aura, when they interact, if he has a strong, positive, good aura, it seems to penetrate into the auric field of your body and it gives you that comfort, that security. Something good happens to you. Because the aura again is connected with the chakras, which is the nerve plexi in our body, and the nerve plexis are controlled by the brain. So anything that comes from the brain and goes outside, also that something that comes from the outside touches your brain and makes you feel good or bad, whatever it is. So that's why in the ancient times, even today, old folks, they have this belief that man is known by the company he keeps. You sit with good people, you become a better person. You sit with evil people, you become evil. Why? Because their aura seems to influence your aura. So one of the things that you could do at times, but do it only once in a while, is that if somebody around you has a pain, they have a headache or pain in any part of the body, you place your hands on that particular part of your body, close your eyes, and there is a chakra and aura activation CD that Amir has. I don't know whether he has more or not, but if you could activate your chakras and focus the flow of energy from the entire body into your hands and pass it on to the sick person, the pain goes away in minutes. But you can't keep on doing that every time. If he has migraine, maybe 1 or 2 sessions, if the pain doesn't go away, you can't do this. Why? Because you are sharing your own energy. And if you keep on doing it, you will fall sick. Your immune system will get weak. So once in a while it's okay, you can share your energy, But the proper way is to learn to channelize the universal life force and pass it on to a sick person, a sick animal, or a sick plant. And anybody can do that. No education, no experience, anything, nothing is required. Even if you don't know where the kidneys are, you know where the kidneys are? I'm sure you know, you live in America. Even then you can channelize that energy. So there is this truth that there exists in this entire universe a very powerful energy, and this universal energy has got different names. The Quran talks of Allahu Nuru Samawat wal Ard. Allah Asman wa Zameenul ka Noor hai. Allah is the light of the entire universe. Hindu religion talks about it, Christianity talks about it, every religion talks about this energy. And in reality, whatever we see with our naked eye does not exist. This wall is an illusion. It is not solid, it is porous. But I see it as solid. So when the eye see it is solid for us. But the reality is that everything in this entire universe is made up of energy. Everything. Every form of existence. A rock has got energy, and I'm sure you all know about it. You have studied some basic science. Within the rock, the smallest particle is is an atom, and within the atom there's a neutron, there's an electron, right? So there is movement there. So everything has energy. This energy can be called by different names. Hindus call it pran, Japanese call it reiki, Sufi have a different name for it, they call it noor, so it is there. So if you can learn to channelize this energy and pass it on to yourself and others, you can not only heal yourself, but others also. The strange thing about this universal energy is, it not only helps in your physical ailments, it helps in, you have anger problem, you have problems of maybe lack of confidence that can help you to get rid of all it. There's a lady sitting here who was taking this video. I think last year I was in Houston, and again I was here for 2-3 days, and Amir and they all came to just meet me. And she had an issue in her office. And she did not know what to do. And somehow she felt people were trying to overpower her and all. And she did not know what to do. I gave her the CD and I said, I didn't give it, I think Amir gave her the CD. And she listened to it for about 2 months, and she found something interesting. Nobody could come near her. Her aura was so strong and powerful, nobody had the guts to do anything. And she's right there, you can ask her after the lecture. Today she shared with me this amazing phenomena that she experienced. All of us can do that, because all of us have this aura, and we can use the power of this aura to attract or repel somebody. You want somebody to get lost? Don't come near me, you can do that. You want to get somebody close to you, you can do that. Your intentions have to be positive, because the devil can do that also. Everything is based on intention. Positive, right intention. I want my life to be secured and safe. You can use this power of your aura. Now, there are many things that I can talk about in terms of spiritual healing. But remember, in spiritual healing, the first step is learning to be whole. W-H-O-L-E. Which means that the different parts of us, our beingness, the physical part, the emotional part, the mental part, and the spiritual part, they have to be congruent or aligned together. If I am doing something which goes against the values and the principles that I have, then there is a conflict within me internally. And this conflict will lead to issues and problems in your life. So you have to be harmonized. You have to synchronize all the four parts. Physical part requires you to look after your body. Now how do you look after your body? What the body needs. But make sure that you control your body. If your body needs a lot of rest, once in a while it's okay, but just make sure your body doesn't get lazy. Because then the body controls you. It controls your mind. You need food, important for us to survive, eat. Once in a while, go on fasting. Control yourself, so that your body comes under your control. in Islam and in